Malaysia's tourism slogans have left a lasting mark on our culture. To know Malaysia is to love Malaysia. And of course, Malaysia, truly Asia.
Malaysia, truly Asia.
I believe Visit Malaysia 2026 is a way for Malaysia to transform.
In 2026, the stage is set for the next chapter of our tourism story. Decimal Point welcomes you to explore Visit Malaysia 2026. At the start of 2025, Malaysia rolled out its highly anticipated Visit Malaysia 2026 campaign with a new logo unveiled on Malaysia Airlines, Butter Air and AirAsia planes.
So it is with great pride and excitement that I officially launch the Visit Malaysia 2026 logo, a symbol of our renewed commitment to becoming a premier global tourism destination. We aim to welcome 35.6 million tourists by 2026. Ambitious but very pragmatic and realistic plan.
And here's a fun fact. The chosen mascot is the Malayan sun bear, a rare and endangered species. With surreal experiences expected to generate 147.1 billion ringgit, here's why you have to be part of VM 2026. As we know, Visit Malaysia 2026 happens to be one of the most sought after and anticipated campaigns for the country. The whole nation will be hopping out on it. Now, as an educator training tourism practitioners, maybe you can share with the audience why should they be part and what is the core vision and mission to be part of this long-term goal for Malaysia, Doctor?
Thank you, Cheryl. And looking at Visit Malaysia 2026, I believe this is more than just a promotional campaign. This is actually an invite for the world to see how Malaysia will showcase its world-class travel destination in terms of its diversity, culture, and natural beauty. So we are looking at the core vision of Visit Malaysia 2026 as welcoming people to one of the travel destinations in Asia, but in a while we are also looking at how the tourism benefits will also goes back to the local communities, and all this while also ensuring sustainable growth. So that's the core vision, I believe, for Visit Malaysia 2026.
Particularly, Doctor, also as well, why was 2026 chosen for this significant campaign?
Right, looking back, I believe Visit Malaysia 2026 is a way for Malaysia to transform. So we have been facing the challenges of pandemic for quite a while. So this is the time where we can actually show how much we have triumphed over the pandemic. We have come over the challenges, and we have come back stronger. And in terms of looking at our effort to rejuvenate the tourism efforts, making Malaysia #1 again in Asia. So I believe that Visit Malaysia 2026 is significant because it's not just another campaign, but it's a chance for us to actually show how much we have transformed from before.
That's right. And yeah, you also pointed out on a very important aspect, the recovery from the pandemic, and then Malaysia as well bouncing back. Now we're in 2025 this year, Doctor, and then next year will be 2026. What are the things that between this span of years that Malaysia can still push to hop on Visit Malaysia 2026, Doctor? You could share?
So I can see from the past years, we have been able to actually improve our facilities, we have improved our infrastructure, and we have also allowed for more stakeholders involvement and to get us ready for Visit Malaysia 2026. So these past years have been quite an effort for every Malaysians to actually take part in making Visit Malaysia 2026 a success. So we are picking up momentum, we are having efforts such as making festivals, making promotional campaigns, and we are looking at having traveling efforts also smoother. So in that sort of sense, we are looking at how we would like to make traveling to Malaysia much more easier from these past years going up to 2026.
What do you think is one of the advantages that Malaysia has, apart from its, we are well known to have festivals, food festivals?
So at the moment, Malaysia is looking forward to organize world-class food festivals, and we have curated dining experiences, and we have also going to do some global food festivals again. Yeah, this is to allow people to notice Malaysia as the melting pot of cuisines from around the world, because that is what Malaysia is. We have influences from this multicultural diversity, and I do believe that when people come to Malaysia, they would be able to taste Malaysia's story and its multicultural diversity through its cuisine. Furthermore, if we are looking at the natural beauty of Malaysia, we believe that this time of the year, 2026, is when we are going to put our cultural heritage and natural beauty on the center stage. For example, we have our UNESCO heritage sites, such as Georgetown, we have Gunung Mulu in Sarawak. So we are not only going to place them as just a place to visit, but we are looking at how to do storytelling and digital experiences for tourists so that they understand the story behind these places and they could experience Malaysia better in that sort of sense.
All right, Doctor, can you actually share with us one of the sneak peeks, or share with us exclusively what are the grand insights that are yet to be seen later in Visit Malaysia 2026?
Yes, of course, we are looking forward to have the grand opening ceremony. So we are looking at across region, every state is also planning to have their own festivals and celebration to welcome Visit Malaysia 2026. Furthermore, we are looking at the biggest event in Malaysia, for example, the Rainforest World Music Festival in Sarawak. We're looking at Penang's Georgetown festivals, and these two are going to take place next year. So I can assure you that 2026 is going to be a celebration year for us. For Malacca, the involvement of Fan Bingbing to help showcase the interesting city of Malacca is just a significant way to show how powerful celebrity influencers can be.
In 2024, Malaysia welcomed over 25 million international visitors. But come 2026, the target is set even higher, 35.6 million visitors. Now that's a huge jump of 10 million. How are we making this happen? earlier you were talking about Malaysia being a melting pot, and as we know, many YouTubers or influencers, even from the West, can't stop talking about their food. Now, in Visit Malaysia 2026, how will this element be incorporated as part of the campaign? And also for this time, we'll be focusing on, I don't know, premium dining or more on the local fast food chains. What's your take, Doctor?
I believe that food is Malaysia's greatest strength that we can't deny. So looking at how Malaysia evolved over food, I believe this could be an attraction that must be savoured by all the tourists. So believe me when I say that for Malaysia, Visit Malaysia 2026, we are going to promote our humble street food to fine dining, and we are going to gather all the food vendors together in order to promote Malaysia's melting pot and its multicultural diversity. And I believe that by having a global food festivals and perhaps a trail, food trail for the food available throughout Malaysian states, this will encourage more tourists to come to Malaysia.
Hari ini kita telah menerima pengiktirafan daripada Malaysia Book of Record dalam portal digital yang telah menunjukkan hit untuk Visit Melaka melalui friendship ambassador kita, Fan Bimbing, yang telah mencapai hit sebanyak 1.5 bilion hit. 1.5 bilion hit yang telah menunjukkan bahawa sasaran kita untuk mendapatkan seberapa banyak pelancong daripada negeri China datang ke Melaka.
Alright, Doctor, as you know, in June 2024, the historical tourist city of Melaka, was shed into the spotlight when famous China actress Fan Bingbing appeared as Malacca's tourism ambassador in conjunction with Visit Malacca 2024. She was wearing a nyonya kebaya. Tourist arrivals from China alone tripled in 2023 from more than 200,000 to more than 600,000 in 2024. Now, how do you see the impact of celebrity-driven promotion in tourism in Malaysia?
Right, for Malacca, the involvement of Fan Bingbing to help showcase the interesting city of Malacca is just a significant way to show how powerful influencers, celebrity influencers can be, right? So I believe that for Visit Malaysia 2026, we can do the same. Why not have the local influencers as well as international celebrities work together to collaborate, and then make shareable moments, Instagrammable moments that is available for the world to see. Why not encourage them to make a global movement in telling Malaysia from their side of story? So I believe that now we have to get on with that, having the collaboration of celebrity influencers as well as local icons such as artists, singers and athletes. Why not, as the cultural ambassador to represent Malaysia for Visit Malaysia 2026.
And with all that being said, from this phenomenon you can see, what is the spillover effect that we can see in 2026 coming from all these efforts, Doctor?
We are looking at more involvement from various stakeholders. We are looking at from local vendors, from street hawkers. We are looking at research centers also to have to work on research on Visit Malaysia 2026 to look at how we can actually take advantage of all the potential efforts that we can do from now on, gaining momentum to 2026. So we are looking at the more involvement from the local communities. We are looking at more sustainable efforts. We are looking at niche tourism being marketed or positioned to attract more tourists and to have a lot on their plate to tell the world that Malaysia has a lot to offer.
And you're talking about, we're touching on sustainable tourism, Doctor. As we know as well, Malaysians are well known to come on their nature, such as eco-tourism, glamping, hiking. For Visit Malaysia 2026, how will this be incorporated as well as one of the products, Doctor?
Looking at the current effort, we have a lot of ecotourism styles being developed. We're looking at natural heritage trails, looking at how much adventure challenge sites are being developed even. And we are gathering that this community-based tourism will not only appeal to international tourists that in favor of the natural beauty of Malaysia, we also believe that these efforts could make the local communities more involved, and in a way it also provides us a chance to help with conservation programs, for example, and help us with our sustainable growth.
To attract not only foreign visitors but also domestic visitors to take part in the nature and the natural biodiversity that Malaysia has.
I believe the community-based tourism in Malaysia is booming. So I believe by having community-based tourism packages, this could attract not only international tourists but also local domestic tourists to actually have an immersive experience with our community, so actually learn the way Malaysia lives, how we do our daily routine in Malaysia, our food, and what's more. So looking at our UNESCO heritage sites such as Georgetown and Malacca with its living heritage, and perhaps in addition Gua Mulu in Sarawak with its breathtaking caves and its cultural biodiversity, we believe these are all attraction that is a virgin to some like me. So we believe that by having a package to these UNESCO heritage sites, it will encourage people not just to have a site to visit, but to have it equipped in a package with storytelling, with digital immersion, to have them interactively engage with the story behind these sites. So personally for me, as a local domestic visitor, I am excited to hear about these packages because I've never been. So it's a chance for me to experience Malaysia first, then only I could really learn about my own background as a Malaysian. We're looking at new generations such as the Gen Z and millennials, and I believe they would favor more than just sightseeing. So they would favor more towards experiential, engaging activities.
Travelers, especially Gen Z and millennials, aren't just here to take photos to post on social media. They're looking for a good time. But how do we attract these experience-hungry travelers? How would you say to cater to the younger generation of travelers, like the Gen Zs or the experience-driven travelers or millennials? You know, as we know that these groups, they prefer more things like festivals, art and crafts, and adventure as well. What could you say about this?
We are looking at new generations such as the Gen Z and millennials, and I believe they would favor more than just sightseeing. So they would favor more towards experiential, engaging activities. And for Visit Malaysia 2026, we try to look up to their expectation by having more music festivals, digital art installation. We're having more adventure races. And we are also putting out a few augmented reality heritage tours, because I believe that these sort of activities will allow them to have some sort of immersive experience and technologies, and that is what Visit Malaysia 2026 can offer for them.
And this is what we can expect to see, what can be offered to the experience-driven travelers. Now, speaking of that, traveling, of course, is none other than flying. Now, how do we work with airlines and travel agencies, Doctor, globally to create attractive packages, especially in line with Visit Malaysia 2026?
So looking at airlines, these are our key partners. So currently we are working with global carriers to actually enhance connectivity, air connectivity, especially with key markets with China, with India, Middle East, and even South Korea. So we are increasing more flights going in and out of this country because we believe that these are the major tourist arrival that we have currently. So I believe by doing so, we have to actually take part by offering not only the transportation wise, but having a package that allows them to actually travel interstates, to all the states in Malaysia. So by having this type of package, not only that we are encouraging them to visit the Kuala Lumpur Penang as the famous attraction or destination, but also we have packages that could also bring them to lesser known or less traveled places in Malaysia. For example, Perlis and to Borneo, Sabah, Sarawak, and I believe also by having travel agencies to actually curate some sort of special itineraries for 2026 packages that could be appealing to the international tourists. So this is what we are working on in terms of air connectivity and also travel agencies.
The transport industry also should play a major role in this?
Yes, our aim is to actually make traveling easier. So by having improved facilities and infrastructure, especially concerning transportation, people have to expect that it is much more easier to travel in and out in Malaysia especially. So we have improved facilities in terms of that taking place at the moment, and we want to make sure that tourists will have an easy way to travel interstates from their own home country, and by having this interstate transportation improve, we also have to offer them packages that allows them to see what they can do at that particular destination that they have been buying or interested in.
For visitors travelling to Malaysia, are there any simplified visa arrangements or any special transport passes for them to explore Malaysia more?
Yes, of course. For Visit Malaysia 2026, we have been working on simplifying the e-visa applications, and in a way we also offer Visit Malaysia 2026 special travel pass. This combine transport and also attraction, and this will make it easier for the tourists to actually travel to our states. So by making these processes much simplified, I believe it will be an attraction, and it could make it easy for the travelers from the moment they arrive at the airport and also as they travel interstates.
Okay, and finally, what message do you have for those who are coming and also taking part in Visit Malaysia 2026, Doctor?
Visit Malaysia 2026. It's a platform where we would like to showcase Malaysia's vibrant cities, large rainforests, and we have the friendliest of all people, all in just one visit. We would like to have this experienced by everyone, especially for the international tourists. So Visit Malaysia 2026, we would like for you to have experienced Malaysia like never before. So please come to Malaysia.
In 2026, tourism is set to drive 11.3% of Malaysia's GDP, proving that soft power is real power. The stage is global, and Malaysia is ready to shine brighter than ever. This is Decimal Point.